Williams rocking your station, dropping hits across the whole nation. Wendy Williams rocking your afternoon.
It's Wendy with the throwback from way back. For Wendy Williams Experience. For Wendy Williams Experience.
Exclusively on Wendy Williams.
Wendy got the heat.
Exclusively on Wendy Williams.
Wendy got the heat. Wendy got the heat.
It's the Wendy Williams Experience, everybody. Special shout out to one of our interns, Jamie Morrison. Shout out to Mrs. Morrison, Jamie's mom, too. Anyway, oh, and we have a new intern here at the show. Please help me welcome Marty. Marty works here now. Marty's sitting down on the floor. I asked her if she was high earlier. I wasn't really sure. There will be none of that in here, young lady. No, she's not. You know what? She has afternoon classes, so she's not used to rolling out of bed and actually coming someplace earlier, I guess. Marty goes to Pratt. Who does Marty look like who's famous? Just so that we can get an idea. I say Brittany Murphy. What do you say?
She has Brittany Murphy in her.
Like, just a little, not really, but you're like, you remind me, I guess, a little of Brittany Murphy in a weird kind of way.
I've heard that before.
You have? Okay, see? Miss Wendy knows.
I've heard Brittany before.
She's wearing those low-rise jeans, boy. How old are you?
20.
Yeah, enjoy that while you can. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the show, Marty. And Marty's here, and Taryn, queen of all interns, in the building. Salwa's out, running around. And Bianca's here. And Nicole Spence, she's in the office booking acts for the show and stuff. All right, let me get back to Advice Hour just for a moment, because I did not thoroughly give you the jeans information like I like to. I just yelled out the telephone number. I was telling you what this company does. They're the only company of this type. And might I also add, they take orders and ship anywhere in the world. Their website is not up yet, but they expect the website to be up within a month, and then you'll be able to go to their website, which will be great because you'll be able to look at all the different washes and whatnot. But the telephone number, they're based in New York, is 212-366-JEAN, Jean. Okay, moving on. The keloid information, I never gave you that. I remembered. Go to rejuvenesce.com. And this Rejuvenesce stuff came highly recommended to me. I've never used it. but it came highly recommended by somebody who suffers from keloid. And what it is a patch, I would imagine, of silicone, since the silicone helps reduce the keloid. And you put the patch on, and you will watch a miracle happen. Read the directions, of course. REJUVENESS. Rejuveness.com. Now, about the shoe thing. I've never ordered shoes from Aerosoles. Have you ever heard of the company Aerosoles? AEROSOLES. Aerosoles. But I have to tell you something. They've got cute shoes in here. Look at these shoes. With the sequins and the 3.5-inch stiletto-y type of heel. And there's stuff in here. Look, you might like this stuff. Moccasins are new for the season. I don't wear them because they make my feet look like clown feet. They're big enough. They don't need to be that low to the ground. But maybe you like moccasins. Aerosol goes up to size 12. Nobody does wide, so stop asking about that. If you want a wide and you wear a size 11, then you're going to have to wear a size 12, like I do. If you were size 10, but you're 10 wide, you might have to go to a size 11 because nobody makes wides anymore. I don't know. Some kind of prejudice out there or something. I don't know. But you can go to their website and find out all about them. They've got a website. I'm going to spell it out for you one time, okay? AEROSOLES. Got it? Go there. I think you're going to like some of the stuff they have. Now, I know that big feet don't just appear when you're a woman. You know you're a big foot girl when your feet have stopped growing at like 15. And it's got to be the worst feeling to be, a size 11 girl with a mother who wears a size 7. That was me. I would ball my feet up into size 10s because all the big sizes weren't available back then. And my mother, she would just call me a big old, the pain of my childhood. Anyway, my feet spread luxuriously, and I wish now, in the size that's right for my foot, I wish that I had a place like journeys.com when I was younger. They've got young girl shoes at young girl prices, because if I was a mother with a big foot daughter, I wouldn't be spending $175 for your shoes. Mm-hmm. That's my shoe money. Your shoes is $100 or less. Young girl, you are fifth damn teen. And by the way, Journeys, the shoes are like $50 or less. Isn't that great? And they go up to size 11. Go to www.journeys.com. Great shoes for the young girls. And yes, there are some heels in there too that mother would approve of. Your mother, not me. And lastly, for the young girls, Delilah.com. I love the Delilah catalog. And there's shoes appropriately priced for young girls, and a lot of their shoes go up to size 11 too. All right, let's move on, please. Mariah Carey. I've never dissected who is most offended by Mariah Carey's image. I've really never thought much about it because I'm not offended by it, so I just carry on. I just always figure hating girls who maybe can't be naked like Mariah, or hating girls who are still caught up in the she's white trying to be black thing. I can't figure it out. I happen to like Mariah Carey a whole lot, maybe to a fault. I deal with that in therapy. But Mariah believes, and listen to this, very interesting, her sexy image is only offensive to older housewives. I don't know what she means by older. Is that 50 and up? Or is she talking about 35 and up? Here's her quote. A lot of men have told me that it's only women, like older housewives, who can't do the same type of revealing thing that I do, that have issues with me being too sexy. But I am very much a girl's girl who likes frou-frou things. If I've ever gone overboard, it's out of rebellion. I started out with this Mary Poppins image that nobody would allow me to even play with. When I finally had my moment in Butterfly, it was like, I'm going to wear whatever I want. I don't care. Sometimes people look at you as a vocalist and they think you shouldn't have a body or show it. But the women stars of all decades have, from Barbra Streisand. She had an album cover with her butt out. Yeah, go Mimi. older housewives who can't shake it anymore. Now, I think your brand of hate spreads beyond older housewives who can't shake it anymore, Mariah. But that's cute, Mimi. All right, carry on. Fantasia's got a book deal. Yep. She got a book deal with Simon & Schuster to write the story of her life. She's even got a name for it already. It's called Life is Not a Fairy Tale. And she's in the process of writing about how she went through being a high school dropout and having her baby young, her trials and tribulations, and now she's an international singing. I know. Thank you, Art. Thank you. Thank you. Did you hear how enthused I was? You all. You know what? Sometimes I can be a real phony broad. And I was just phoning up right there. Only because I feel like I've got to balance, I got to balance what I do with some sugary mess. But okay, Fantasia.
Nero, please.
Keep it going. Queen Latifah's about to write a children's book.
Oh my gosh.
I like that Queen Latifah's branching out. Mariah Carey's going to write a children's book too. My thing with Mariah Carey is I can somewhat understand it because she's childlike. She still embraces the 8-year-old in herself. But I don't see where Queen Latifah and a children's book have not even a hint of a common thread. Growing up big. That's big. No, don't laugh at that because that is something I wish I could have read a growing up big tale back in the day. Other than Dinky Hawker shoots smack. Oh. Dinky Hawker was this fat girl. And she did dope to escape her. And I'd be in my room between reading that and Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, Blubber. I was all up in the Judy. Don't look at me like that. There are people out there who know exactly what I'm talking about. But all I'm saying is, Latifah, if you're going to write a children's book, just a suggestion, because I don't even relate you to children in any way, shape, or form. I relate Mariah Carey to children, And by the way, Mariah's book is going to be centered around being the odd one, the whole interracial thing and so on and so forth. So I'm like, go Mimi. Latifah, capitalize on your bigness. You're still big. You grew up big. It's something that we deal with. And I say we, I'm putting myself in there too. We deal with in society. I fought it and I'm fighting it every day. And I will not stand by like Monique and Latifah and them and feel, oh, it's all good. No, it's not. No, it's not. Fight. I'm ready to get my jaws wired. No, I'm just playing. LA weight loss worked splendiferously. But you know what? That would be great if Latifah wrote a book because there are a lot of girls out there, man, sitting, overweight. They would love to read a book. Like Dinky Hawker Shoots Smack, except without the smack. You ever read that book? Or is that just me?
Reading the book ain't gonna help you lose weight, though.
No, it doesn't, but it helps you commiserate. As a matter of fact, reading the book doesn't help you lose weight at all. Because when you write a fatty book like that, what you're saying is embrace yourself and love yourself and don't you lose a damn pound. So if anything, it just keeps the fat going. Oh. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I saw in the gym today.
That's everybody's fighting it.
Fight.
Yep, spring is here. Fight.
Fight.
Fight the fight.
Fight the fat.
Fight the fat. C. Murder changed his name.
Uh-oh. Wait.
What?
Drum roll, wait a minute.
Wait, no, what kind of time do we have on the break?
You got a minute.
Nope, I'm not going through it. Nope, we will deal with that. We will deal with Jermaine Dupri, and we will deal with a whole bunch of other mess. Oh, and we're not going to have time this hour to deal with Vivica Fox, but we are going to deal with her before we all go home today. Keep it here. Oh, and have I thanked you yet for listening today? I have to finish telling you about the Jergens products, the lotions and stuff. You need this in your life because you can buy this at the drugstore. Keep it here.
It's Wendy, man.
I just found out this morning that my supervisor's pregnant.
Damn you, I told you not to do it.
Should I tell my wife what's up?
Plan on a divorce. And as for your job, put that where? Back there.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Hey, yo, check 1 2. Check 1 2. Flavor Flav just wants everybody to know that you are listening to the Wendy Williams Experience.
Hi, everybody. The Wendy Williams Experience, still on the radio. Hello. So, did you guys hear that Vincent Pastor, how do you say his name? Pastore? The big pussy from The Sopranos? All right, well, apparently he's living up to his soprano-like image. He beat the crap out of his girlfriend. They were in the car, and he punched her in the head, grabbed her by the hair, banged her head into the dashboard, and then pushed her out of the car and onto the pavement. So he was arrested. The assault, by the way, happened in the Little Italy section of New York City over the weekend. The girlfriend's name is Lisa Regina. She's an actress of some sort. He was arrested and released on $1,000 bail and ordered to stay away from Regina. That's it? So then what happens? Her friends say that she looked a mess, all lumped up. You know what they say about men who hit women? Okay. Everybody, C Murder is in jail. At this point, it's in jail for life until he's granted his requested new trial. But he's changed his name. He's come to a point in his life where he thinks he's being misunderstood. He says, I'm not a murderer. And the new name is C. Miller. It's a little late for that, killer. He will now go by the name C. Miller, says his publicist at Koch Records. C. Miller said that people misinterpreted the C. Murder name, which he intended as a reflection of his upbringing in one of New Orleans' two most violent housing projects. His quote is, from the beginning, I've been a target because of who I am, my stage name, and for my success as an entertainer and the success of my siblings. People hear the name C. Murder, and they don't recognize that the name simply means that I've seen many murders. Oh, hell, even I didn't think about that murder. Miller. In his projects. Blah, 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 whatever. C. Murder, you should have thought about that when you first started your career. I was just talking about this on Access Hollywood. I'm going to be on Access Hollywood, I think, later on today. They were asking me about, crime and hip hop and whatnot. I'm going to be on Nightline later on tonight at ABC, right after your 11 o'clock news on ABC. Nightline comes on at like 11:35, and I'm talking there again about violence in hip hop. That's tonight on Nightline. What else did I want to share with you? Well, I did want to tell you that Jermaine Dupri is going to be having his Atlanta Midtown Music Festival. It's Midtown Music Festival Urban Stage. Obviously, with the word stage, that means lots of performers, not face painting by clowns. Although, maybe there's some of that too. Sierra is going to be part of the lineup, and so is Slim Thug, Black Eyed Peas, Biz Markie, MC Lyte, Dougie Fresh, Slick Rick, and Houdini from the old school. Shout out to everybody in Atlanta. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Did you hear about Marlon Brando? I was reading this in the newspaper today. So he apparently had this business manager who is claiming that Marlon Brando sexually harassed her, and he had a disturbing attraction to underage girls. Her name is Joanne Quarles. And Marlon apparently, now you know Marlon died, but apparently Marlon fired Joanne as co-executor of his will just 12 days before he died. Well, Monday, as in a few days ago, she filed a $5 million wrongful termination suit in LA Superior Court against his estate. Now, she was friends with Marlon Brando, who died at 80, for 40 years. And she said that he would expose his genitalia to her and insist that she watch porn movies with him. This is what she's saying in the court papers. She also says that he introduced her to business associates as having the biggest breasts that you've ever seen and the perfect mouth for oral sex. That's how he would introduce his business manager to friends. The sexist pig, apparently, that he was. Then he'd call her in the middle of the night and say to her, Joanne, I'm holding a big one for you. Now, she said everything except for that they used to have sex together. Now, is that the case? She also goes on in her court papers to say that he derived pleasure from sharing stories about his sexual exploits, including his sexual escapades with minors. And he would be very vivid in his descriptions. And so on. And so, whatever. You sat around for 40 years and took it. Now you want to file a suit? That man is dead and ravaged at this particular point. And now you're filing a suit, ho? Please. Please. Take all that money that I'm sure you made for being called a big breast whore or whatever he called you. And thank you. If you had so much to say, then you should have started saying it when he was alive. Not 40 plus years later. You know what I mean? Known each other for 40 years. He's pulling down his pants and exposing his nuts to her and whatnot. And now she wants to, you liked it. And if you didn't like it, you would have done something about it back then. And I don't want to hear, but I had 5 kids and mouths to feed and so on and so forth. You weren't thinking about that apparently back then. There are other jobs that you could have taken. 5 at a time if you have to. I'm sure you were getting paid handsomely by Marlon Brando. And perhaps you were thinking, gosh, where else can I go and make money like this? But, okay. Then you tucked your morals away and you kept the job. And you watched the porns. And you smiled politely when he said you have lips made for oral sex. Oh. So now you want to file a lawsuit? Please. I forgot to tell you all about the Jergens. Okay, I have to talk about the Jergens products, and I've got to talk to you about Vivica Fox. So fascinating she is. Everybody keep it here.
Wendy, man.
Now, my question is about the Kegels. Why is it every time I try to do them, I have an orgasm? Is that normal?
I don't know, but it must be pleasurable.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Lifewise Entertainment presents Hard Bottom Fridays at Westchester's most exciting, glamorous R&B spot. It's called Lounge 42. This and every Friday night, the WBLS live broadcast. Experience the mix of R&B, old school reggae, and more. And the music will be done by the world-famous Brucey B. And guess what? This Friday, I'm back in the building because I loved it so much last time I was there. So it's Wendy Williams and Brucey B and WBLS and Lounge 42, located at 42 West Broad Street in the Fleetwood section of Mount Vernon. Now, doors open up at 11 p.m. The broadcast begins at 1 a.m. and the doors stay open until 4 a.m. The first 150 ladies are in there free, and the first 100 guys are in there free too. Females 23 and older, guys 25 and older. Proper ID is a must, and the dress code is in full effect. No springtime fly, no hard bottoms, no entry. Lounge 42 West Broad Street in the Fleetwood section of Mount Vernon. It's exit 7 off the Cross County Parkway. So easy to get to. Lounge 42, the place to be. Friday night in Mount Vernon. Be there.